Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Ray all day. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. If you could like, comment, and subscribe before the end, I'd appreciate you even more. But we are here to talk. Wait, hold on. No, we're not here to talk. You're going to hear me talk and give my opinion, okay? My rendition, my take on these housewives of Beverly Hills. Season 12, episode 12. Yeah, child. EJ's a trip, huh? She got so much going on, poor thing. I'm over here setting the mood, putting on my essential oils and letting the fan blow and just getting it in, okay? What you think about the housewives? Child, I'm surprised Lisa Rinna got in EJ's behind the way she did and ain't gonna stop. Oh, yeah. Did you see the preview for next week? Look, I'm already talking about next week. I ain't even talking about this week. Rinna was really getting into EJ. I mean, really, okay. Let me just get into my notes because, child, listen, I got these notes. You know I got my notes. Don't even trip. Okay, so what I say? EJ declines. Oh, Crystal Clear's chicken. Okay. Well, I call Crystal Clear because she's not always so explicit with her words and her rationales and explanations. Just a little play on, Anywho, yeah. So Crystal Clear. So EJ tells Crystal Clear she can't have no chicken tender. What? She's just out of line. If it ain't something wrong, it's just everything she's saying. Okay, girl, and I think she knows it. EJ ain't fooling me the way she fooling some folks. I just don't. Well, I understand Kyle don't want to throw her friend up under the bus, but dang, Kyle, you make it up every excuse for her excuse. Just all I know is she won't shut up. Like Garcelle said, Kyle says, EJ is just trying to, let off steam, and with these few little issues she's had, we shouldn't hold it against her. Well, it ain't just so minor, with everything going on and all of the mess that's coming out of her mouth. Yeah. Kyle wants not us, she wants them, Garcelle, to cut EJ some slack. Garcelle was like, nope to dope and to drugs. And speaking of drugs, how come they not really address? Well, actually, they are supposed to. Oh, yeah, that clicked in my brain, child. Clicked in my brain. Garcelle mentions, the substance piece is, but it is an issue because you just shouldn't promote drug abuse the way Beverly Hills housewives have been doing. Every franchise has their niche, good and bad and indifferent, like every individual. Just saying, this issue of drug abuse is shaded lightly because of the of the usage in that climate, that geographical. And, we've lost too many people, but I ain't trying to make it all some kind of down, down, down. I'm just saying they're going to have to do better. But I'm glad Diana apologized to Garcelle. Garcelle was really like shallow with it. She wasn't really forthcoming. And, because I think that issue with the plane is, see, that's when Garcelle should have brought up, and I could be completely wrong, but I think I am not. Garcelle seemed still, standoffish even after the apology, with the apology, during the apology. But I think that's when Garcelle should have brought up, I'm glad you, felt, still, feel this way, because I just wanted to quickly address the plane situation. I thought that was really effed up, that you would tell, that would have been a perfect opportune time to clear that up, because now Diana's thinking y'all are good. And it doesn't seem like they are. And Diana sensed it, but then she said maybe because Sutton wasn't there was a little, apprehension or whatever. I think that's what Diana was trying to say. But then again, who knows what Diana's really trying to say, right? Because she can be so dark sometimes. But like I was saying, Garcelle just needs to address stuff at the time and stop waiting. Ooh, that's what I don't like. Get it, just get that was a perfect opportune time. But anyway, I could be wrong. Next, we got Dorit and PK. They bring up, of course, his arrest, his DUI. Now, from what he said, or what she said, Dorit, both of them said, he was 0.1 over the limit. They gave him a courtesy to sober up at the police station without arrest, and drove him home. They didn't say anything about the car. I wonder, was it impounded? What? Because if it was impounded, that's definitely a sign of we may arrest you or not, but we're gonna, hang out with you while you sober up. Ain't that nothing? So technically, see, it's stuff left out that Dorit left out in her explanation. But the bottom line is, PK was given a courtesy as to not get arrested because he was technically and justifiably over the legal limit of drinking. By the time the police reached him, because he stopped drinking, perhaps things started to wear down. However, when they breathalyzed him, he was over the limit. So I'm sure there was a lot of conversation between PK and the potentially arresting the officers on the scene that he wasn't arrested. So bottom line is, yeah. But then Dorit tries to be angry over PK hiding info from her, not telling her at the time, as if that's bigger than him driving under the influence of alcohol. But of course, they don't want to play that up. But hey, I get it. That's just another issue that they have to address, right? Child. Next, we got EJ going over her hair and her extensions, and yeah. So Rena comes over, and she had the full glam squad there. So it just ends up being, EJ, Rena, and her stylist Mikey, I think. Rena starts going in on her about how out of control. I keep hearing out of control from Rena, also from Garcelle, out of control. How she is out of control when she's drinking too much. When you're not in control of things, you tend to be out of control. There you go. blacking out. Like she mentioned, EJ mentioned she hit her head last night, and it wasn't her best moments with, vomiting and all that stuff. And no one should be that sloppy drunk. It doesn't feel good. I've been inebriated, but I don't make it a habit, never have make it a habit of being that intoxicated. No, it's just a cool little, feeling that the wine gives. I drink 99% wine. Occasionally I'll have something on the plane that's not wine. Hello. But yeah, there has to be a limit, and we have to limit ourselves. We have to know when we should and when we shouldn't. And the fact that she's taking advantage of the situation is not cool. It doesn't look good, especially to the victims of all those that suffered because of her greed. I mean, she's liable, so it's okay to say. A lot of this is her doing, and she needs to get control. She's already cussed out some kids, offended mounds of people. Now she's making a mockery of this man who lives in this home. I mean, it was not cute, especially since she can't sing. Now, if that was Patti LaBelle or somebody, or Keisha Cole, or anybody, Candy Burris, if that was anybody with a singing career, a bona fide official singing career, with a label, with nominations, because they're in that area, I would have imagined their vocals would have lended a helping hand, but hers was just embarrassing. Child, I wish I would. There cannot be another night like this. I don't blame them. But here we go. Back to my notes, child. So yeah, EJ recognized her faults, and I'm glad that she took fuller accountability this time. Her stylist agreed, like, yeah, if in fact you're feeling like this, then you should take a step back from something that exacerbates those feelings and makes you behave, or helps to make you behave in a very naughty way. He's just being, her employee, giving her some sound advice without shading her, because it's real fine line between offending somebody and giving them some good advice, child. They may take it the wrong way. Ooh. Next, we have Sutton visits Garcelle. They talk about EJ and Sutton's dating life, and I kind of like this dude Sutton is dating, Sanjay, I think it is, and EJ. They were talking about, and they both agreed that Sutton should not approach EJ about what she has seen her embarrass herself over, with the drinking and whatnot. That just leave that up to Garcelle. Just, Sutton don't want none. Sutton don't want none of EJ. Yeah, Dorit visits Kyle. That's a snooze fast, child. By Sutton dates Sanjeev. Oh, we meet Sanjeev, and he's cool as a cucumber. But at the end, child, Sutton says something that kind of, made him take a drink. This awkward ass Sutton. But it was a cute little date. I like him. He seems cool with it, coming on TV, and they just dating, and and all, trusting her, and oh wow, I like him. I don't even know him, but I like him. Next, we got EJ and Garcelle have drinks, of all things, right? Garcelle complains about she has drinks with the woman. Girl, I'm gonna need you, and you, Garcelle. You have all these opportune times, but this time they did talk, and it was a good conversation until EJ brings up how Sutton is a liability. But Garcelle thinks EJ is more of a liability, pointing out all the different, like she said, the boat, Kyle's, everywhere else pretty much. But that's just interesting. She's she meaning EJ is giving Garcelle the blues about Sutton, but Garcelle makes it perfectly clear she is a friend of mine, and I'm gonna always back her up. She hasn't, because that's what she deserves. Period. Yeah. EJ, that's a brick wall, girl. Wrong road. Wrong road, girl. That was it. Child, just get into the next episode. It's gonna be heated again. Like I was saying before, Rena is really getting into EJ about all of that. Like all of that. Like, girl, what is going on with you and this drink? And it got to stop, and this pills, and you shouldn't, but you are. Girl, it don't take one time for you to have enough in your system. What they call overdose. Child. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But yeah, that was Beverly Hills, y'all. What you think? You think EJ gonna start drinking because of her pills? Because she says she's been on 2 and 3, 4, 5, 50, 11 kinds already. What do you think? Rena's gonna be successful? Because we all know towards the end of this season, Rena, Kyle, and Kathy is gonna be into some mess. Child. And what about Sutton? You think Sutton's gonna keep Sanjeet around? What you think? Yeah, no, maybe so. Man, Kyle. This episode, Kyle wasn't too bad, but she needs to stay in her lane, and be cool, fool. Because this ain't no joke. That was Beverly Hills. Season 12, episode 12. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.